Dr. Meyer, Mr. Kim is ready for you now. He's here today for a diabetes check, and he has a wound on his left ankle.
Okay, what's his blood pressure?
It is 170 over 92.
Okay, and his finger stick?
206.
Okay, thanks, I'll see you now. All right, Mr. Kim, so what brings you in today?
Well, I'm here to get my diabetes checked up on, and I have some weird thing going on in my left ankle as well.
Okay. When you say you want to get your diabetes checked up on, how have your sugars been?
I haven't been checking them quite as frequently as I know that I probably should. But when I have been checking them, maybe in the morning around 250-ish zone, and a little bit higher than usual, I know.
Because usually they're around 180s, right?
Yeah, for a while they were actually doing a little bit better than that because I lost the weight and stuff, but lately I just haven't been able to really adhere to the medication regimen maybe as well as I should be.
How often are you checking a day, would you say?
I maybe check every 3-4 days.
Every 3 to 4 days?
Yes.
And when they're 3 to 4 days, it's 280s, 300s. What's the highest it's been?
I don't think it's ever gone over 300.
Okay.
But it's gotten pretty close on occasion.
Oh, that's good. Okay, and then what medications are you taking?
Just taking the oral thing to lower my blood sugar. I forget the name of it off the top of my head.
Probably metformin.
Yeah,
Okay.
metformin. And then, I take the insulin injections as well.
And how many units are you injecting? Are you doing 3 times a day or just once a day?
I'm supposed to do it kind of like before the meals, but again, I'll admit that I've been lately kind of forgetting to follow that regimen.
And how's your diet been?
It is kind of a concern of mine because I am pretty happy with the weight loss that I've been able to achieve over the last year or so, but I haven't really been shopping at the grocery store, I'll be quite honest with you. A lot of it's kind of takeout and fast food, and I know that they're not healthy, it's not a healthy diet, and I really am afraid it's going to lead to weight loss, and I feel it might be making the diabetes worse as well.
Yeah, so eating more processed food, more fast food, and then doing the insulin about once a day. Does that sound about right?
Sometimes twice.
Sometimes twice.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And tell me about that wound on your ankle.
So I just noticed it the other day. I don't really remember doing anything. I don't remember injuring myself, but I have a coffee table in my house, and I think that maybe some morning I was kind of moving around the house and just kind of bumped into it and just kind of left a nasty wound there. I think it might have been there for a week or maybe more. Like I said, I just really noticed it the other day, and it doesn't seem to be showing any signs of healing up. That's my concern.
Is it festering at all? Is it bleeding?
No, it's just is kind of red and drippy, for lack of a better term, and just doesn't seem to be healing up like, I've had cuts and bruises in the past, and they always seem to take care of themselves pretty quickly. This is that's why it's a concern. I didn't know maybe it's related to some of my blood sugars being out of control.
Well, let me take a look.
Yeah.
I'm taking off your shoe and stuff.
All right, Aaron, what you got for me?
So, Dr. Schmerber, I've got Mr. Kim. He's a 53-year-old insulin-dependent diabetic, initially controlled on metformin, but over the past couple years, he's required more Lantus. His Lantus has been at 10 units at bedtime, and now he's had to do about 6 units of Lispro plus sliding scale. And over the past couple months, he hasn't been using his sliding scale at all, hasn't been using his Lispro. Says he's only really checking the sugars about once every 4 days. I didn't really get a clear sense of what the reason why he hasn't been doing his insulin checks or doing his insulin, but he's now got this necrotic looking ulcer on his ankle. It's not purulent, but it's definitely granulated, and he hasn't healed over a couple weeks. So he's not febrile, he doesn't have any signs of infection, but I am concerned that his lack of adherence to his diabetes regimen is really affecting his quality of life at this point. His A1C, it was about 6 3-4 months ago. Now it's 10.2. His finger stick today was 206. Usually for me over the past couple of years, it's been in the low hundreds. He's been pretty good, but over the this check was a lot higher than what he